Black Phone 2. Black Phone 2, I gotta say, I had a great time with this movie. This movie, it went a different route than I expected, and I actually liked the route that it went. So what I was expecting from the trailer was that he's gonna kind of become like this like Freddy Krueger type character, and he's not. And they actually explain in the movie how he's still alive, and it also adds to the lore of how the boy was able to hear the kids in the first one and kind of see them and stuff. And so what that is it's all souls, and he's not just the grabber as the kidnapper, he's the grabber of soul. And so in the first movie, the main boy was able to hear them and see them and kind of take notes from them because their souls were buried under the, I believe that their souls were buried under the house. So their souls were alive and weren't free to go off to heaven or wherever. And so they add on to that in this movie. In this movie, there are three souls at a camp that after the grabber had killed them, they were trapped, their bodies were trapped under the ice. So their souls were not able to be freed to go to heaven. And that's how he's still alive in this movie. And I like that a lot. The acting, especially from the girl, so they kind of did like a character switch where the girl became the main character in this movie, the sister, and her acting was fantastic in this movie. I can't wait to see what she does next because if this is just the beginning of like her career, she's gonna go far. And then the boy Mason Thames, I think, he was good as well. He had a much smaller part, but I assume he was probably doing How to Train Your Dragon or something else at the same time, which is why he kind of became secondary in this movie. And so they were both good. And there's a couple in the movie, like a couple of people that are the like cabin owners that they're staying at. They're staying at some camp, and they kind of felt out of place. They didn't seem like your typical, like, it's supposed to be a Christian camp, but for Christians, they kind of seem like assholes. And I don't know what the purpose was of that, other than just like having a payoff at the end to where like, oh, they helped out, kind of. They kind of didn't really need to be there, or if they were there, they didn't need to be the jerks that they were. It's like they knew because they were there when the camp had the murders the first time back in the 60s or something. So they were there for that. So maybe they were just scared of what Ethan Hawke was going to do. Like they knew he could still exist somehow or some way. I don't know. They kind of seemed irrelevant. They tried to give some redemption to the dad, but if you watch the first movie, it's kind of like, not sure if that's going to happen, but it is what it is. They're not the central part of the story. And I would say this one is not as scary as the first one for sure. There are scary moments where like, oh shit. And there's some glory moments as well, but there's not a lot of jump scares or anything like that in this movie at all. But I really enjoyed it. I've seen a lot of people think that it's kind of like all over the place and everywhere, and I understand that, but it didn't take me out of the movie at all, and I was thoroughly engaged. I hope to see another one. I hope that this is a franchise that can continue on. Maybe the grabber has like a family out there somewhere, and one of his kids has the same power to latch onto people's souls, or when he spoilers, when he dies again, he grabs his mask and as he's pulled into like under the lake. So I don't know, is the lake gonna thaw out and he's gonna still be alive and his soul's gonna be able to grab onto other souls, and it's gonna be like one of those like kind of like body jump moments like Fallen with Denzel Washington? Is it gonna be something like that? I don't know. There's a lot that they could do, and I would love to see another one. I think this made pretty good money. I hope it makes good money and they do another one. But I think this is a very solid new property for horror, like how there's like the Freddys and the Jasons and all that. I think the grabber is another good character to add to this mythos of our horror icons, I guess you can say. So I would definitely give this a shot, especially with Halloween coming up. Check it out in the theaters before it goes on to digital, and I give this movie an 8 out of 10. Thanks for checking out this movie review. Please be sure to like and subscribe and leave a suggestion down below of what movie you'd like me to watch and review next.